Hi everyone, it's Susan Feldman from Get in the Groove. Happy to be here today. See you guys. We're gonna be waiting. Hi Jillian. We're gonna be joined by one of the founders of Avoila and also Dawn, who is one of their spokespeople. So we're gonna just wait for them to sign on. And oh, Aubrey, hi. Anyway, we're going to be chatting about how we can change the conversation around into pro-aging instead of anti-aging. So it should be an interesting conversation. So let me see. Maybe I can invite them. Might be easier. Let's see. I think that's one. And let's see if we can get Dawn here. Oh, there. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I am good, thanks. How are you?
Good. We just need to find Dawn.
Let's do it.
Let's
Let's
see
see
if I
where
can.
she is.
That's I started is the worst thing. Okay, let's see here. Dawn, I think it's L. Gallagher. Let's see if that comes up. Of course, I can't read without my glasses. Hold on here. Yeah, that was right. Okay. Her handle's not coming up. That's weird. Dawn. I have it as Dawn L. Gallagher. Do you know if that's right?
That is right.
It's not showing as. Wonder if she's private or something. I don't think she is. Why is she not showing up? Okay, well, if she's there, if you're there, Dawn, just request to join this and we'll let you in. Don't see. Yeah, she's yeah, it's kind of weird. Let's see. Oh, hi, Wendy. If you're still there. I don't see her. Kristy, are you there? So we're having technical challenges, I could see. Okay, let's see. Let's see if this works better. I see you and you're frozen.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, you're still frozen.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but your face is like frozen. So, do you want to like log? Oh, there, I see Dawn signed on. Oh, there, she's here. Okay, can you request Dawn to join, please? And maybe, maybe Kristy, you want to sign off and sign back on, and I can make sure you get in.
Sure. Let's see how I.
Always getting started is the worst part.
Okay. Can you hear and see me now?
I hear you, but your face is just a frozen image of you. That's why I think
I'm going to close. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We'll get started sooner than later. Let's see. Dawn, if you could request to join. Okay, there's. Okay. Dawn, you have to request to join. Okay, now you're back.
I am back.
Okay, I tried inviting you, but your name's not coming up, Dawn, but let me try it again. Okay, let's see.
Dawn, do you see a little plus sign at the bottom of your screen? If you press that plus sign, it should allow you to invite it.
I got her. I just invited her. So she should be. There you go.
Hi. I did it. Oh God. I don't know what happened. I've been trying to get in for the last, 10 minutes, 5 minutes or whatever.
There's always something that goes wrong.
Yeah.
But we're here.
We're here.
Welcome to Get in the Groove. How are you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Good. Well, why don't it might be best to start off. Maybe you can each introduce yourself and give us a little bit of your background. I think you'll do a better job than I will.
Sure. So my name is Kristy Hunston. I am the co-founder of Avoila Skincare, and I just so thrilled to be here talking to you, Susan. I really love what you're doing, and
Yeah.
the message that you're bringing to women around the world. It's really just wonderful, and we need more people like you spreading this message.
We're trying, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, great. Well, we'll get into I want to talk a little bit about your product, but okay, Dawn, do you have a great background? So can you share a little bit of it with us?
So my name's Dawn Gallagher, and thank you, Susan and Kristy, for having me here. I'm so excited. This is going to be a very powerful conversation. I can feel it. And so I'm a YouTuber, and I also am a micro influencer. So that's what I do, and I work with Kristy and her amazing, beautiful brand. And so I'm really excited to be here with you guys and to talk about Avoila.
What's the focus of your YouTube?
It's to empower women over 40, 50, and 60 that it's not game over, it's game on. That the second half of your life can be so much better than the first half.
Yeah.
And to thrive and really enjoy your life, every moment of it, because it's beautiful.
Background to be doing this. What did you do before you started doing?
So, well, my my past life, as I call it, I was a model for many, many years. I started at 17 years old, came to New York with just $50 in my pocket and a prayer to go to college and just make a little bit of money before I go to college. And sure enough, I did 300 international magazine covers. I've been all over the world. I've worked with some of the major beauty brands. And so, yeah, and I've also written 2 New York Times best-selling books.
And what are the books about?
The books are about beauty, natural beauty. So the first one's called Naturally Beautiful, and the second one is called Nature's Beauty Secrets. And it really focuses on indigenous women and women of, the cultures all over the world, what they use just naturally to enhance their beauty.
Right.
So it's not really about cosmetics. It's about what they do spiritually and what they use within their land to enhance their beauty.
That sounds really interesting. I think we're all sort of catching on to that now. Maybe better late than never, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I think what's interesting, maybe we can start here, is I got an email from your PR person, and it basically said that you were announcing your partnership to celebrate beauty of all ages. And I think it's such an interesting conversation because, we talk about this all the time. I mean, I think in the list of isms, ageism is always the one that, it seems to be the last on the list, and that people, don't seem to be quite as concerned about. There's a lot of things to be concerned about today. So I get it. But I think, I think the big question is, how do we change that conversation? How do we, help our society start, embracing aging and, looking at it a little bit differently than maybe we have in the past. So I was very interested when I saw this come, in my inbox, because it's really what, we're trying to do. I mean, we do it probably in a different way, I think, by just showing women of this demographic differently than maybe they're portrayed by the media and other, advertising agencies. We can at least start to change the conversation. We tend to be a little irreverent and sometimes silly, but I think, sometimes it's good to laugh at yourself, as you try to change this conversation. How are you guys thinking about it, and what are you doing?
Well, I think, Grace and I, so Grace is my co-founder, we are in this category, the skincare category, in which so many people are talking about anti-aging and changing the way that you look, the need to improve upon something or to eliminate a flaw or a line or whatever it is. And as 2 women in this category, we felt like we don't want to just continue to communicate those messages. We want to help women realize that by nourishing their skin with healthy organic ingredients, they can look good and feel good no matter what age they are. And that's what is most important, is actually feeling really good about, you know, the place that you're in your life, no matter what age you are. And so that's why when we first had our conversation with Dawn and she was talking about the messages that she is sharing with her community as well, we felt like this was a perfect partnership and a way for us as an itty bitty skincare brand. You know, we're still tiny. So a way for us to help, you know, get that message out to a broader audience.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, before we go any further, I just want to say to anyone that's here, you know, please feel free to, you know, write questions in the comments. We can talk, you know, address those as we go along. I always forget to say that. And then sorry, just wanted to throw that out there in case anyone had any questions. Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, I mean, it's not just one thing, right? It's not just about making your skin look good or feel better. It's a much more of a holistic, I think, journey, you know, to feel good, you know, at this point in our lives, because, you know, I mean, things happen. Yeah, it's like that's the way it works, you know, as you get older, which is obviously a gift to be able to get older in age, which is a question of how you do it, I think. We're already having lots of positive comments about your products, by the way.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So are you guys, I mean, besides partnering and joining up and trying to keep sharing this message, is there anything else that you're doing in an effort to change this conversation?
Well, I know for me, what I'm excited about working with Avoila is that, you know, they feel the same way that I do, you know, that women become more powerful, more gorgeous, actually, as they age.
Right.
It's not, you know, we become our wisdom, our life experiences. That's what makes us beautiful. It's not about a feature, or it's really about wellness, taking care of yourself. And so we shared that exact same message, that we don't want to completely rearrange our face and do all these things. We don't want to go back to being 20, but we want to look the best we can look at our age. And
Totally.
that's taking care of ourselves. That's what's most important. And that's the message. And the message also is, we're more magical as we age. We call in more divine forces, more divine wisdom. And because we have so much experience, we've been through by the time you're 50, you have gone through so much in your life. Even at 40, you've gone through births, maybe people have died. You've experienced so much.
Right.
So why not create that wisdom with people? Why not share that beauty and that wisdom, and to know that, you know, it's okay to age, that it's not, we have to like do all these things to reverse it and anti-age and all that. What about celebrate aging and pro-aging? So that's our message that we share. And it is just resonating with people, you know, that we've been sold a bill of goods by the media for a long time, that, you know, that you have to be fearful of it. And that, you know, God forbid you get older, you have to do all these things to change that. And, you know, that we're only as good as our youth and our beauty, that we have so much more to offer.
Yeah, I think that's true. I mean, I think, you know, at this point, it is what it is, kind of, and it's like, how can you enhance whatever, you know, that is, just so you know, you feel and look your best, right? Because I think, you know, I hear about people talking about, like, maybe they have cosmetic work done, which is certainly a choice that anyone can make. But, you know, when they say, oh yeah, it took off, like, I don't know, 5 or 7 years, I'm like, really? You went through all that for 5 or 7 years?
Yeah.
I don't really quite get it.
Well, I think beauty is an inside job. If you don't feel beautiful inside, if you're not secure and confident with with the way you are and who you are, no matter what you do, whatever cosmetic surgery you do. And I don't judge anybody for doing anything. We shouldn't be judging each other. We're women. We do whatever we feel like doing. And if that makes you feel good, that's fantastic. But it really starts with feeling good inside. And then really, and when you feel good inside, you want to take care of yourself. You know, you do want to take care of your skin and your hair. And
right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's really, it's much more of a holistic thing. And I mean, I think
Holistic.
feel that anyway. It's like if you know, start exercising, you get into a routine, you start feeling better. And then, you know, it's like, it's sort of, it all snowballs, right? Because then your skin looks better and you're taking better care of yourself. You're probably eating better. Like it just, it all sort of comes together. And hopefully when we get to this age, we've kind of figured that out, you know, what works and what doesn't work for you, right? It's like, you know, like I know at this point in my life, there's certain things that I just can't eat. They don't work well with me, you know, and so that's fine. I just try to stay away from them. Other things are fine. But yeah, I think it's a really tough, I think it's getting better. It's sort of, I think it's interesting. You know, we launched Get in the Groove almost 4 years ago. It's about 3.5 years now. And I think in that amount of time, there actually has been a fair amount of change. I think there's still quite a bit of ways to go, but it's sort of interesting. It's like in those 3.5 years, you know, I'm seeing different kinds of models for, you know, beauty apparel companies that, you know, you wouldn't have seen 3 or 4 years ago. And nobody was even talking about menopause, you know, back then. So these are all things that where people were kind of hiding or embarrassed about, and like now at least they're out talking about them, which I think hopefully will help move the conversation along.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Kristy, I know you wanted to say something, but it was like on mute. It's still on mute. We can't hear you.
Oh,
Can you hear me now?
yeah.
Yes, yes.
I was just going to say a couple of things. Don, I think you made the point about how it's an inside job. Beauty is an inside job. And I feel like on that note, you know, a lot of that has to do with, you know, how we're thinking about ourselves and the work that we do, growing and evolving who we are as women. And we can do that without product, right? We can do that without product and brands. And we do that best like, with some alone time and maybe some meditation or with our friends or, you know, in discussions like this. So I feel like we don't need brands and products to feel beautiful. But so many times we're getting the messages that we do need things. We need brands in order to, you know,
Right.
feel more beautiful.
Yeah.
As we
Yeah, totally. Well, I'm curious about the product which I have here and I've been using. It's fantastic. I'm so into these kind of oils now. This one is beautiful and smells really good. But I saw you launch this during the pandemic.
We did. We had no idea. We launched in February of 2020. So we didn't quite know what was about to come. Yes.
Well, talk a little bit about what that was like and how you got the idea to do this, and you know what you were doing before, and because I think that's important also for I think women in this demographic to understand that you can change what you're doing. You can take what you've been doing and what you do well and apply it to something else. So I'm curious, you know, that you did this and also that it was right before the pandemic and how that all worked out.
So Grace and I met in advertising. We both worked in advertising agencies together for many years. And I was about in my late 30s, early 40s, and was just searching for something. I was no longer feeling fulfilled in my career. I wasn't passionate about it. I left work most days feeling frustrated versus excited about, you know, what was to come. So I was really just looking for another opportunity. And Grace was feeling in a similar way. And so we were talking about.
Was she in the same business? Sorry, just curious.
Yes, okay. We worked together. We were on the same team. Grace as a creative director, and I was more on the business client management side at an agency.
Okay.
So we worked together. We knew each other. We spent a lot of time on the phone. We worked bi-coastally. I was in LA and she was in either New York or Philly. And we were just talking about skincare. And one day she was telling me the story about how she was experiencing an eczema flare on her face. And she was really struggling to find a product that would help calm her skin. And she had things and nothing was working. And she eventually reached for avocado oil that was in her kitchen.
Okay.
And got to
Oh,
talking about avocado oil and all of the healing properties of the oil, and how we couldn't really find a product that really featured avocado oil, in the product. And so we started just thinking about whether or not this was something that we wanted to pursue on our own. And we decided to just go for it. So, we wanted to really highlight avocado oil, but also include other organic plant-based oils that we knew also had really great properties for the skin. I had struggled with acne for many, many years. And so there are ingredients that help with the oil production on your skin, right? Which can help with acne. Avocado oil doesn't clog your pores. So it also helps with acne, and helps, it doesn't cause acne like something like a coconut oil might cause. So we looked for other ingredients to really elevate the healing properties of avocado oil, and created this blend together. And it took us about 2 years. So it took us a couple years to find the right chemist, to find the right manufacturing partner. We built the brand ourselves. So all of the creative look and feel of the brand, we did ourselves. Yes, it is gorgeous. We love.
so pretty.
Yeah.
And without revealing any trade secrets, like tell us what else, like what went in this, and sort of what the features of the different things that you put into the oil are.
Sure. So there's rosehip oil.
Why it smells so good.
Mm.
Oh, yes. So the scent profile is vetiver, grapefruit, and rose geranium. So those are three oils that were blended together to create the scent. And to be honest, when we started, we weren't quite sure we were going to use essential oils, because they can be a little bit controversial. Some people feel like they can cause some irritation to the skin, but that's only at a certain percentage. So we're using very little of the essential oils just to create that really nice scent. So when you inhale after you have it on your hands, you really get that calming effect of the product. And what I love about the scent so much is once you press it onto the skin, you can smell it for a moment, but then it goes away. I think it disappears pretty quickly. So you're not just overwhelmed by scent for a long time.
Yeah. And somebody had told me, I don't know if you know Katie Deno, she's a clean makeup artist, and I love talking to her because I feel like I learn stuff every time. But she told me, actually somebody told her that the proper way to use face oil is you put it on after you do everything, because it holds in all the moisturizer. Do you go by that, or do you think about using it differently?
So I use it that way, but then I also apply sunscreen over it yes, but otherwise it does hold in the other nutrients or the other active ingredients that you might apply to your skin, before doing so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this is I had this conversation with a girlfriend of mine the other day. She's like, when do I put on the sunscreen? It's like, it's like these things that we need to, or think we need to be putting on. It's like, what's the right order to do them? So that's good to know that you put the sunscreen on top of that.
I just want to say one thing, because I use this every day. I'm obsessed with this oil now. I love to warm it in my hands and then press it into my skin, usually after a shower, maybe after my toner, because then it absorbs into my cells, and it's like food for the skin. So you're getting all the nutrients, the beautiful blend is going right into your cells, and then you put on your sunscreen. So that's why Kristy was mentioning that, because you want to get that yumminess into your skin before you put the sunscreen on.
Okay, so I may have caused some confusion. So just to clarify, people are now asking questions.
Right.
So you can just use it after you have clean skin. That's fine. Use it on your skin. Some people Dawn, and you like to do that. So you could do that. You could clean your face, moisturize, and put it on top of it to hold in some of those other elements, and put your sunscreen on over it. at the
Right.
end.
You can do either, like Kristy was saying. So
Yeah.
it works either way.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we know that sunscreen is important. So
Yes.
yeah, these days. And people are also saying it smells like you're in a spa, which it does. So it's just so nice. So it feels so good on the skin. I mean, are you guys developing other products? Like what do you have in store? What's coming down the pike, so to speak?
We have a beautiful cleansing balm, which I love a cleansing balm. And the oil, the formula for our face oil is the base of that cleansing balm. So you get the moisturizing benefits of the oil within the balm, and then also like the cleansing and exfoliating properties of, a cleanser.
Yeah.
So working on that. And then we also have a really nice mask. So we had these formulas prior to launching our face oil. And at one point we had thought about launching all three at the same time, but it's a pretty expensive, endeavor. So we decided to give all of our attention to this face oil. And then from there, launch the other products down the road. So hopefully in 2023, we'll have a product out in the market.
Well, it's good to stand for like have a hero. I think to have a hero product, which is a great hero product, and then once people get addicted to that,
Yeah.
want the other one. So, someone on your team is saying, your oil is the last step unless you're using sunscreen. So somebody else said, maybe you wrote that. I don't know.
Not me.
Okay. Somebody else is logged in on your account who's writing that. So anyway, yeah. So the oil can be used alone or as a last step before sunscreen. Yeah, totally. And where can, obviously on your website, people can find this? Is that you want to let people know where they can find it? And is it available in places or just direct to consumer?
It's mostly direct to consumer on our website, which is avoila.com. So it's avoila.com. We do sell on Amazon, which was a recent decision of ours, a very, very hard decision to make because we felt like as an independent brand, we wanted to stay independent as long as possible. But then we decided, well, maybe for our customers, they would want the convenience of purchasing on Amazon. So you can buy it there as well. And then some small boutiques, mostly where I live in Park City, Utah. So you can find it in some boutiques there too.
Oh, I was just there. It's so beautiful there.
It really is.
Yeah. I had known you were there. I would have looked you up. it's so pretty. Oh, okay. This is Grace. Sorry I couldn't join you. Well, we miss you, Grace. So hopefully next time we have a conversation, we can all be here. Anyway, yeah. So, well, that's good. I mean, convenience is a good thing. It's hard. I think also as a new company, it's maybe a nice way for marketing too. You know, just for building your brand to help people find it too. So, I think we've all gotten kind of used to the convenience of that.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody's asking for the link. What link are you asking for? I don't know. Anyway, when we get that, we can certainly share that. In the notes, I'll put the website also. Where'd the name come from?
We just did some name brainstorm, really. And if you look at it, you see Avo and oil in the name.
Yeah.
Right? So how it all kind of came together.
Okay, and voila means here, right? So it's like it's here.
It's here in French. Voila.
Voila.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So that's great. Well, anything else that you both want to share before we sign off? Because I think, I just hope we can keep this conversation going and that we all band together and support each other and, keep talking about how it's okay. It's all okay.
I'd like to say one last thing and then
yes.
You have something. So to your point, what you were saying earlier, that, you're seeing more models and more women of over 40, 50. And it's fabulous because in the 80s when I started, by the time you were 25, they said, no, you're too old, you can't model anymore. So
Right.
now we're starting to see women really in catalogs, in brand campaigns. You know, like I'm working with Avoila in partnership. You know, I'm just so proud of a brand like Avoila to really say women are beautiful at every age. Why are we limiting, you know, beauty? And so I just wanted to put that out there that, you know, it is a conversation that we keep having to have. It's important conversation. Ageism is still alive and well.
Yeah.
So thank you again for this opportunity, Susan,
Yeah.
to share this with you. Mm-hmm.
Of course. I mean, I think, you know, I mean, that was actually the real reason that I started Get in the Groove, is because I had started a company, One Kings Lane. We sold it. And as I was coming off of that experience, I started reconnecting with like women 50 plus. And I kept hearing the same words like irrelevant and invisible. And I'm like, wait, what? This is terrible. Like we need
Like
to.
what?
Yeah,
Right.
I wasn't feeling that way, you know,
Yeah.
particularly, but there were lots of women that I was chatting with that were, and I was like, we have got to change this conversation, you know, and if somebody doesn't start talking about it, it will never change. So we do it in a different way because we talk about fashion and beauty and, you know, what we like and stuff like that. But through that, I think we can get our message across, which is important. Yeah. So
Thank you. I think you have a beautiful brand, and I enjoy reviewing your content and looking at the brands that you're talking about too, because I think they're all important and all doing great things. So thank you.
yeah, yeah, no, that's great. So just for anyone who's new here, if you're not following us, obviously you might now because we're on our channel. It's Get in the Groove One. On Instagram, you can check out our website, getinthegroove.com, and we have a great newsletter that goes out a couple times a week. And you guys are on Avoila Skincare. That's your Instagram handle, right? And Dawn is Dawn L. I forgot that now.
Yeah, Dawn L. Gallagher. Yeah, that's my, yeah, people get confused, but it's Dawn L. Gallagher. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you can find everybody at all of these places, and we hope we'll see all of you guys soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Okay. Bye.